guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am talking about my review of the Animal Kingdom Lodge. We stayed there on our recent trip last week, and it was our first time there, our first time ever staying at a deluxe resort. It was just my husband and I, and we were staying there for our 15-year anniversary. So this is a resort that has been on my bucket list for a really long time, and my husband's too. The only way that we were able to stay there was we rented DVC points, and it was a lot more affordable than the prices you'll see quoted on Disney's website. So we did rent DVC points through David's DVC rentals. I've heard really good reviews. We didn't have any problems, but there are some little caveats, I guess, when you rent DVC points. So just make sure you read the fine print and you know what you're getting into if you do decide to rent DVC points. I know there's a lot of videos online that kind of take you through all those pros and cons. And I decided to film this video out on my patio because I thought it was fitting being outside talking about this review. There's some summer noises happening behind me, so hopefully you're able to hear me okay. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is the overall just vibe of the resort, I guess. All of the resorts at Disney are themed, and some of them I think are just more themed than others. And I think Animal Kingdom Lodge is one that is the most themed. You really go there and it's like its own little world. And it totally, like, I knew it was going to be cool to stay there, but I fell in love with it. I just totally did. So from the minute you pull in, you start hearing that like African music, and you walk inside and it's just this big cavernous, I guess it would be the lobby, and it's beautiful, and the light fixtures are just breathtaking, and it's really cold in there. Like, I don't know why that matters, but it seems like the air conditioning in there is really good, because some buildings on Disney property have great air conditioning and some have not so good air conditioning. Anyway, I thought it was nice and cool in there. We were there in July. It was so hot. And I was 19 weeks pregnant, so I appreciated any bit of cool that I could get. And the smell, I can't even describe what it smelled like. And it was clearly, they pumped the smells into all of the resorts, but the smell was so amazing. I told Luke I'm gonna have to find like a candle that smells like Animal Kingdom Lodge's lobby, because it just, like, I feel like it's gonna bring those warm feelings back that I would feel every time we walked through there. And there's a bunch of just really cool like African artifacts there that you can look at. It's almost like a little museum, which was really cool too. We spent a lot of time just walking around there. On the 5th floor in the lobby, there's like a little bridge that goes across. There's an area with a little fireplace. So tons of places to sit. It's just really welcoming. And as soon as you walk in that door, you're like, okay, I'm transported. I'm here. I'm ready to begin this vacation. And, being at the resort is a big part of the vacation. It's not just a place to sleep. We made sure we had a lot of time there our first day so that we could really enjoy it. So the first pro, I guess, which I've been talking about for the last few minutes, is the lobby and just how beautiful it is. We stayed at Jambo House, but we also went over to Kidani Village. There is a shuttle that you can take, so it only takes a few minutes to get over there. Oh, I hear my cat outside. Anyway, and their lobby was amazing too. It was just kind of like a smaller version of Jambo House. So that was amazing. It really gets you in the mood, like, as soon as you walk in the door. Another pro, and probably the biggest reason people stay at Animal Kingdom Lodge, is just the grounds. If you're not familiar, it's like the Animal Kingdom Lodge is placed basically on a savanna, and there are all kinds of different animals. We saw giraffes, we saw all kinds of things. And there's different viewing points you can go to. You can walk around and explore and just see as many animals as you can. And we loved that. So that is obviously a big reason to stay there. And not just the animals, but the pool was, there's a couple of pools. We didn't have time to go swimming, but we checked them out and they were really nice. The splash pad was really cool. We thought it was one of the cooler looking ones on property. And just everything as a whole. Like I said, it's immersive. It's like you're taken out of Disney World and you're placed in this completely different land every time you come back to your resort. So that's really what I loved about it. I loved the animals. And another thing, I don't know if this is a hack, and I don't know how often this happens, but we booked a standard view room, which means it was not a Savannah view room. But from our balcony, you could see tons of animals. So I was expecting to be facing like the parking lot or the pool, and there may be some rooms that are like that, but I've heard a lot of people say that when they booked a standard view room that they could see some of the animals. So that was a nice surprise. So your mileage may vary. I'm not promising anything, but it is a possibility. So we definitely saved some money there, and we still had a really cool view out of our balcony. So that brings me to another pro, and that is the room. I did do a little room tour. It's super quick. You can see much more detailed ones if you look on YouTube, but I did do a room tour, so I will insert that right here. We're here at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and this is our tour of our room at Jumbo House. Here's the bathroom. 2 sinks. Shower. Across from the bathroom, we have a little kitchenette area, a little fridge, and look.
Take a picture of the TV.
Simba's on the wall. Yep. We got coffee. The bed. A little closet. Our TV did say, "Welcome to the family." That's cool. And a little table and a mirror. Ooh, there's a ceiling fan. Little couch. And the best part, cool. We had a balcony, and we were supposed to have a standard view, but we can see some animals out here. So overall, I really liked our room. It was nice and clean. I mean, I've never had a problem with cleanliness at any Disney resort, but nice and clean. It seemed like there was a lot of storage. There were a lot of drawers, a little closet. We even had a little kitchenette area with an actual, well, I should say, since we rented DVC points, we did get a DVC room. So I'm not sure if the rooms that aren't DVC rooms have the actual mini fridge. I think I've heard that just the DVC rooms have mini fridges. I'm not 100% sure, but we did have a mini fridge, a sink, a microwave, a coffee maker. So that was really nice. The shower was nice, the bathroom was nice, and it was all very themed, you know, for that African feel. And we loved the room. There were a couple, or at least one little con about the room. I'll get to that at the end. I'll talk about my few tiny little gripes at the end of this video. But overall, we didn't have any problems at all with our room. We really enjoyed it. The bed was comfortable. We slept well. There were tons of USB ports to plug in all of our different devices and fans and things that we needed to charge. So it was great. We loved it. Another huge pro, a huge thing that Animal Kingdom Lodge has going for it is the dining. We only tried 2 of the restaurants. We ate at Sanaa our first night there, and then we had Boma for breakfast. There's also a fancier restaurant called Jico, which we did not try this time, but I've heard great things about. And their quick service is the Mara, which we didn't have a chance to check that out either. But the Sanaa was amazing. We made food a big priority this trip because it was just us, that our picky eater kids were not there. So we got to try a lot of things that we normally wouldn't try with our kids. So we ate a lot of good food, and I have to say Sanaa was my favorite meal I had during our whole trip. It was so good. The bread service, you get like 5 different types of naan bread and 9 different dipping sauces. And I know they're known for that. It's like a famous thing. You have to try it if you go there. But we did try that, and we thought it was amazing. And I think they have a lounge too, where you can also order the bread service if you don't want to do like the full meal. And then for my meal, I got the butter chicken with a couple of different sides, and it was so good. It was one of those meals where I just like did not feel good after I was done because I ate so much. It was so good. And they even gave us a little special dessert because it was our anniversary. They were gonna give us champagne, but I'm pregnant, so I couldn't do that. So they gave us a dessert instead, which I thought was really sweet. My husband's favorite restaurant that we ate at the entire trip was Boma, which is the other restaurant at Animal Kingdom Lodge that we ate at. Boma is a buffet, and you can eat there for breakfast or lunch or dinner, I believe. We chose to eat there at breakfast because it was a little bit more inexpensive. And I think this would be a great one for kids. It was a little more on the laid back side, and they had a lot of those normal breakfast foods like scrambled eggs, Mickey waffles, bacon. They had a whole table full of baked goods. They had a little omelet station. They had ham, all kinds of just normal breakfast foods, but they also had some things that were a little bit more on the adventurous side that you could try as well. And my husband and I ate a lot. We got a couple plates each. And I think the highlight for me was the bread pudding. It was so delicious. But my husband said this was his favorite restaurant of the whole trip. So one of our favorite meals, both of them came from Animal Kingdom Lodge. So if you're really into food, I would say this is a great place to stay. So really overall, a lot of great things at Animal Kingdom Lodge. I didn't mention, they also have like a bar that you can go to. They have a really cool gift shop. There were a lot of unique things there, a lot of Lion King themed things. So things that you don't see at a lot of the other resorts or stores that are unique to Animal Kingdom Lodge. So that was cool. Yeah, overall, I would give it like 9.5 out of 10 stars. And I might be easy to please too. I've never stayed at a deluxe resort, so this was like my first taste of that. We usually stay at Art of Animation, and just the fact that we could walk indoors in a hallway to get to our room, that was great to me. I was just happy about that because at Art of Animation, we always stay at the Little Mermaid rooms, and if you're familiar, you have to walk like a mile from like the bus stop to get to the Little Mermaid rooms, and it's all outside, and there's cool stuff to look at, but in the summertime it's very hot. So even just all those little deluxe touches were really special to me, and like I said, maybe I'm easy to please, but I loved it. The only little nitpicks I have, the first one, and I know this is common knowledge, a lot of people say this, that the disadvantage of Animal Kingdom Lodge is that unlike most of the other deluxe resorts, it doesn't have any type of special transportation. There's no monorail, Skyliner, boats to get to any of the resorts. It's just the buses. Or if you're like us, you rent a car. We've found that that's just the easiest way to do it for our family. And I feel like we almost save money compared to paying for somebody to transport us from the airport to the resort. That's a whole other separate topic. But anyway, there's no special transportation. Like I said, for us, that wasn't a big deal. We rent a car anyway, but I will say the thought of staying at maybe like Beach Club and being able to walk to Epcot or one of the monorail resorts is really awesome because, you know, you can get there so quickly to the parks. But Animal Kingdom Lodge doesn't have anything kind of special like that, which wasn't a big deal for us, like I said, but depending on how you like to vacation, that might be kind of a deal breaker for you. The only other con I have about the whole stay, and this is really, I'm just like looking for things to complain about because it was not a big deal. But I will say the lighting in the rooms was not the greatest. It was, and I know that's all, I think, a part of the theming. Not a big deal. But when I was, especially in the bathroom, like with the mirror area, when I was doing my makeup, I had to like come out onto the balcony and look in my phone camera and make sure I didn't look like a clown because I'm just not used to doing my makeup in such a dark, dim area. So not a big deal at all, but it is something that I noticed and was slightly inconvenient, but again, not a big deal. So overall, we really enjoyed our stay. I would love to come back with my kids. I don't know that they would love the dining, besides Boma maybe, but they would love the animals and the pool and the splash pad and just the whole feel of it. It just has that immersive feel that, you know, not even all of the Disney resorts have. So it's just one of the most unique places to stay, and we loved it. And like I said, we can't wait to stay there again. So if you enjoyed this video today, if you want more Disney content, then go ahead and subscribe. Comment and let me know if you have stayed at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, and if you did, what did you love about it? What did you not love about it? And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.